Advanced transcription number 36, speed 100 words per minute. Start. Sir, this is indeed a historic day, especially for the Sikh community, and I think maybe for this house where probably for the first time we will all be standing on the same side of the fence. Well, as I have always fought battles for our rights, I am very happy to see that after many years and after a long and hard battle, today for the first time a bill has been introduced which concerns the Sikh community. It has been a long-standing grievance of the Sikhs that where during the British period the Sikh were given a separate identity and recognized as a separate religion, but in 1951 when the new constitution was adopted, our identity was totally abolished and we were put as a part of the Hindu Dharma. This is a total injustice to the community that put up a brave and a strong battle for the freedom of this country. Be it Kalapani, be it the hanging of the Indians by the British, or those who had been shot by the British, over 70% contribution was made by this great community who could never have thought that when it comes to getting their rights, every community, be it the Hindus, be it the Muslims, be it the Christians, be it the Parsis, be it the Jewish, every religion would be given this right of having their marriages registered under their own act, except for that one strong and brave community who had put up the biggest struggle and the biggest fight to get freedom for this nation. So, with a heavy heart, I have to tell that whereas the Sikh community, which is a total separate religion having a total separate identity, followed their own customs and ceremonies, because this is a religion which has been laid down by the great Guru Gobind Singh Ji in 1699 AD. For us, this was not a political issue but an extremely religious and emotional issue that we should be given our own identity and our marriages should be registered through our own act. It is because 3 million Sikhs living abroad, whenever they were abroad, they were asked to show their marriage certificates. The marriages were registered under the Hindu Marriage Act. So we could not explain, and there was a huge identity crisis as to why we were a turban. When we would tell them that this is a separate religion, they would say that no, we were a part of the Hindu religion. So it was not just an emotional issue but a huge crisis for my community. I am truly grateful that today, I think after a very long time, it was in 2007 when this bill was introduced and unanimously approved by the Standing Committee on Law and Justice. It took 2 ministers, and now I think the third Honorable Minister for Law and Justice is here, and maybe he begin from a minority community himself. He understood the pain and anguish of another minority community, and I, on behalf of my entire community, am truly grateful that finally we have managed to achieve what my community had been asking for a long time and pleading to allow our marriages to be registered under its own act, under the Anand Karaj Act, just like every other religion is allowed to do so in our country. I am truly grateful to the Honorable Prime Minister, to the Honorable Minister who had brought it to the Cabinet, which graciously gave their approval, and now the bill is before the House, and I hope this bill would be unanimously passed by everybody in this House. Sir, the truth is that if the Union Cabinet's decision is not amended, may further complicate the whole issue regarding Sikh marriages and would lead to more complications to the Sikh community. It is also true that instead of being elated, the need is to seriously evaluate and analyze the new development by the Sikh intelligentsia and the religious leaders. First of all, the views expressed by a majority of the political and religious leaders that the Anand Marriage Act was made redundant or inapplicable after the Indian independence in 1947 is totally wrong and without substance. My observations are based on the fact that after independence in the year 1949, the Indian government passed an enactment, namely the Merged States Laws Act 1949, which declared the continuation of all the 256 acts passed from 1839 to 1949, and most importantly, this includes the Anand Marriage Act 1909 itself. So, the Act continues to be in force from 1909 till date. The second argument which I would like to stress is that the Anand Marriage Act 1909 was also amended by the Legislature of India in 1959, which was enforced with effect from 1st February 1960. All these developments are proof of the fact that after passing of the Anand Marriage Act in 1909, it has never been annulled or made ineffective as claimed by most of the leaders and writers. Rather, it always remained in force in law. I need not narrate those achievements here because they have been referred to by many honorable members of this House, and they are found in the Railway Minister's speech also. Those of us here who have been lucky to visit the various installations and workshops as members of the Public Accounts Committee or the other committees can bear witness to the great progress that is being made all round towards saving foreign exchange and making the Railway Ministry a model for other ministries to emulate. His speech is a frank assessment of achievements and omissions, and the Honorable Railway Minister deserves to be congratulated for not having hidden the drawbacks that have come to his notice. Apart from the achievements, there are many things which have been pointed out by some honorable members of the opposition on this side, which according to them leave much to be desired and have to be coped with.